Good enough. There we go. Here we go. Good morning. Hello. Morning coffee. There's nothing better. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery, where I make mead every single week, every single Saturday. I come out with a brand new mead, and I show you exactly how to make it from scratch for free. All you need to do is buy your own ingredients. I'm not buying those for you. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Good morning. Yesterday, if you missed it, your Japanese-inspired mead. This is your Cherry Blossom Mead, batch 119. How awesome is that? Hello, good morning. Let me know where you're from. You're up early on a Sunday. Especially if you're not on the East Coast. If you're on the anywhere else in the world, you're up early today. Or you stayed up late last night. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence of mead is from China. Actually, it's from Africa, over 20,000 years ago. That's brand new information, just came out in May, actually, so last month. Before that, it was previously thought the oldest evidence was from China. There's also evidence in ancient Central America, and of course, Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. It's true. It's true. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, anywhere in the globe, your ancestors drank mead. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. I make mead every single Saturday. I come out with a brand new batch of mead. And I've never, ever missed a Saturday. And I've never replicated a recipe. There's been 119 batches that you've missed so far if you're new here. Batch 120 comes out this Saturday, and it's going to be the most manly mead you have ever seen, getting ready for Father's Day. So stay tuned. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Hello. Let me know where you're from. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're on TikTok, all of my videos are color-coded yellow for those meads. I also have a playlist that I try to shove all that stuff into. Those playlists are going to switch over in July, though, so stay tuned. Good morning. Hello. Good to see you. I am just waking up and having some morning coffee. That's not true. I've actually been awake for quite a while now, about 2 hours. And it's going to be a good day. I don't know. Every once in a while you wake up and you're like, I want to be sad today. I want to be sad today because it's been a rough week. But you're not. You're like, today's going to be a good day. You just feel it. You feel it. I have that today. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It should be an awesome week as well. Like I said, the most manly mead you've ever seen is coming out this Saturday for Father's Day. Yesterday's mead, inspired by Japan. If you've been following for a while, you know there's only 3 categories in my mead making themes. I'm either honing in on a certain country and culture, like the Japanese mead that came out yesterday. That's what I'm really passionate about, and I've been doing for a really long time. Stay tuned. Or I'm trying to hone in on a certain color, and I prioritize that even over the flavoring. This is the most successful one, so that's why I keep it close. This is my blue Spirulina mead. Pretty cool. Tastes just like a traditional mead, but it's blue. It's really cool. Or it's celebrating a holiday. So this coming Saturday, celebrating Father's Day. Before that, though, I started that with my New Year's mead. I made a peach mead and made peach Bellini mead cocktails for New Year's Eve. So go back and watch that. You have to scrape it out, the dust off of it, but it's there. Then I did Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter. I did Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, and then Father's Day is coming up. So stay tuned. I try to do about one of those a month. That is the only category sticking around, though. Everything else is going to switch up, and I'm really excited to tell you about it in 5 weeks' time. So I have one more holiday mead under this cycle. That's your 4th of July mead coming right around the corner. And then I'm going to take off August for that category and kick it off again with 2 really awesome meads in September. So stay tuned. The other categories are going away. The countries and cultures is evolving into the 13 colonies mead. So I'm going to make 1 mead per state of the original 13 colonies. And really hope I represent them well. Some of them are from early, like founding day, available ingredients or palettes. Some of them are more modern stereotype palettes. So you'll have to wait and see. But I've got some really cool meads already in the works coming your way. And then I'm going to rehash the Norse gods and goddesses meads. That's something that I started my mead making with that really inspired me. It's really what got me into this amazing hobby. And I'm starting that with the goddess Freya in mid-July. So stay tuned. I will make a mead that I think is worthy of the goddess Freya. And I'm going to do that about once a month too. And then, lastly, this is the category I need your help with. I'm making pop culture meads. Everybody's seen the Skyrim mead. I made a really simplistic version of it, and I'm going to show it to you at the beginning of July. Then I'm out of ideas. I want to rotate through and do one of those like every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, and I don't have any ideas. So I put up a pin post. If you make an awesome suggestion up there, something that inspires you from movies or TV shows, songs, video games, doesn't matter what it is, pop culture-wise, and I pick it, I will make a mead out of that. I will tag you across it and give you credit for it the entire way, and I will ship you a bottle of it on me when it's all done and complete. So if you want some free mead, that's your way to do it. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery from Poland. If I pick yours, it's going to be expensive to send all the way over there. Good morning. But I'll do it. I'll do it. You know why? Because I care. Lord of the Rings mead. I don't remember if anybody's suggested that. Put it in the comments up there. I don't think anybody suggested it yet. Maybe they have. I don't know. You have to put it up there. Oh, okay. Hey, who gets to go to Poland for work? How amazing is that? Jiminy cricket. I was just thinking, I was like, I don't remember him ever saying he was from Poland before. From Texas. Good morning. You're up really early. I actually I source my honey from Texas. I buy it from a company called Desert Creek in Texas. Texas has amazing and consistent honey source. If you're a mead maker and you buy in bulk like I do, it's a great place to get mead. I would always suggest, if you have a choice and you have some good money, buy from your local suppliers. Always support your local bee raisers, because that's important. Oh, wait a minute, Nikki, what? He had mead in Scotland. So, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I do know of a really good Irish mead. I don't think I've seen a Scottish one, though. I don't have it. I have it across the room. Like, if you want to see the Irish one, I could show you. I just have to run off camera for 3 seconds. Posted the mead in Discord. Yes. If you don't know, I think Scott's here. Scott made an amazing Discord. He's my good friend and mentor, an amazing mead maker. He also made a Discord for our mead community. You can go there and ask lots of questions. There's every level of mead maker there. All of us go to learn. Some people go there to teach. You can share behind-the-scene pictures, recipes, equipment. All of it is free. And then you can... all the information is free. You have to buy the equipment. But nobody makes any money off of it. It's all us sourcing our ideas together. There's also a commercial channel on there, which I love. Anytime anybody suggests a really good meadery from all over the place in the United States, he puts it there. So you can order mead and get it shipped straight to your house if you've never had mead before. It's an amazing place to go. And more importantly, he's an amazing human being. From the very core. He's the kind of person that you want to know and you want in your life. So give a shout out to Scott. Give him a follow. He goes live every Tuesday and does something incredibly extravagant with Mead, like bottling 5 gallons at a time. You know, stuff that us little guys don't do. Now that I bubbled on up, though, he is old. He's a really old guy. But that's okay. We don't judge him. But Nikki, if you're still here, hold on. Let me grab that mead. Because that story, like, made me sad. This is actually relatively new to the scene, from my understanding. This is a Buntranty mead from Ireland. I found this literally around St. Patrick's Day. So, like, it might have been late February or so. It's really cool. Nobody knows that. It's a really cool mead. It's really sweet. This is on the sweeter side of meads, but it's an amazing mead to buy. I found this at my local liquor store, so if I found it, I'm pretty sure you can find it too. Straight out of Ireland. I literally, I was just shopping around. I don't do so much of it anymore, but I used to like make filler content, which I liked doing, but I don't think the public liked it. So I would try alcohols from all over the world. So I like to walk around my local liquor stores. I have a couple that I'm really big fans of, and I, know the staff a little bit enough where I could say, hey, how you doing today, kind of staff. And I was just posying around and found that, and I was like, this doesn't have a price on it, dude. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no. Does that mean it's new? And he's like, yeah, I've never seen it before. So I bought it. It was like $22. Good morning, Ro. Good to see you. But yeah, Nikki, if you're still here, this is the closest thing I can suggest for you to make Dad proud. I think it's pretty close, though. Or make your own. I made a series of Irish meads. I did one Scottish mead inspired by Scotland. It's in my top 10, my thistle mead. So that was pretty cool. If you don't know what thistle is, it's their national flower. It's the one that William Wallace gets from, his future wife when she's a little girl, and he smashes it and keeps it his whole life. And it makes you cry. It's a little purple thing. That's a thistle. You're welcome. Anyway, I don't know if Nikki's still here because we were at a lot of people, so I might be talking to you guys. You guys already know what thistle is. Does it go bad? So that question comes up a lot, and I'm not quite sure if anybody really knows a definitive answer. I would say it has more to do with what kind of mead it is first. If you know anything about wine, red wines age really well, just by nature. White wines can become what they call fragile, which means they don't age real well. They start breaking down. So there obviously is a science behind it that I don't understand, at least completely. I have stuff that's years and years old that I've broken open and had a great time with. I don't have anything like 50 years old, though. So when we talk about aging, I'm not really sure how that works. I've also never seen a mead that old. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to it. I would say that if it's sealed, if it wasn't contaminated at all, if it was sanitized and it was sealed, and you keep it out of sunlight, you're probably going to be okay. That'd be my guess. Typical corks like these, they are porous. They do leak over time, but you're talking about like decades. So I don't know. I don't know a great answer to it. I have stuff. I used to run a series where I would try age meads where it was over 6 months old that I made, and I never had a problem with any of them. So. But yeah, and like Rogue said too, like as long as the temperature is probably another big point you want to add in there. I have had bottles that have bursted when they got too hot just because it kind of reactivates yeast very early on when I was bottling stuff, but I think you'd be okay. Good morning, hello. Yeah, so I'm simulcasting on YouTube again. And YouTube just doesn't have a big live following. But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I might as well do it, right? It takes a 10 extra seconds to set that one up. And someone said hello. Cardboard. What an awesome name. Cardboard. Welcome to the Old God's Mead. If you just jumped in, I make mead every single week. Every single Saturday, I come out with a brand new batch of mead. I have never missed a Saturday, and I've never replicated the same recipe twice. Batch 119 came out yesterday. That's right, 119. Every week, like, it grows by one, and my brain gets a little, like, more mushy, because I can't believe it's been this long. What an amazing journey it's been so far. I can't express how grateful I am to you guys. But yeah, anyway, I got a little sappy there. Thanks, Nikki, for jumping in and making me sad and then jumping out. Cherry Blossom Mead, inspired by Japan, batch 119. Pretty cool. It's pretty delicious, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Among all the tea meads I made, this one is definitely up there. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of tea, so that's part of the problem. But tea is such an amazing ingredient to use in your mead making. It is incredibly easy to do, and the varieties of teas are endless, endless. I've made everything from like this cherry blossom tea mead to thistle was a good one. That was just loose leaves, but that's a tea. What's another amazing one I've done? I just had it on the tip of my brain. I don't know. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of different teas, and they're awesome. A dandelion tea. I'm trying to think, though. There was, like, one on the tip of my brain. Like, I was, like, 5 sentences ahead of myself in my brain, as usual. And I forgot what it was. That's all right. If it's important, I'll remember it. Have we talked about the Neller yet? Like, are we gonna have you started it? Are we gonna have a starting point where we're like have an end date where we can advertise like where we're revealing stuff? Because I haven't even started it yet. I did a rose mead. Yeah, that was a beautiful mead. I should have kept the bottle of that. That was in my top 10. Woo! Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Isn't Scott amazing? He's an amazing dude. It might be a 2-pot coffee day, though. It's going to be a good day, but it might be 2 pots of coffee today. All right, yeah. Let's write that down. We need to discuss that with each other because that's going to take, obviously, a few months, several months worth of planning. One thing I did freak out about, when I'm in a good mood, I usually don't freak out, but I freaked out, and this is minor. I don't know where my regular like notepad and my pen is. So luckily I had a backup pad because I realized that about 6:58, right before I was I was pushing the button to go live. And I have a pencil. When's the last time you saw a mechanical pencil? I don't know. I live in the old times, I guess. Jorman, I don't even know what that is. Please forgive me. What is that? Now I feel like I'm a moron or something. Oh, World Serpent. Stupid. Of course. It was the thing throwing me off. No, I am doing Norse Gods and Goddesses. Maybe. No, I haven't done one yet, but that might make it on the list. I'm going to get through the new series that are coming out in July. I'm going to get through those and kind of see what kind of traction they make. So, as you guys know, I've been doing um, countries and cultures. I've been doing holidays, and then I've been doing colors. I'm really focusing on trying to hit different genres of people, though. Is my main goal for switching up the schedule. If the Norse gods and goddesses does well, that might branch off into doing lots of different stuff around the entire culture, and mythology and religion. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Yeah, Loki has a lot of kids though, and I knew that as soon as I started typing it out. I was like, now I feel like a moron. Like I said, I was going to. So I haven't done any other gods at all. That is not off of my list, though. I am incredibly interested. So if you watched any of my stuff from, well, basically before this year, so 2023 and before, the tail end of 2022, all of my meads in that entire period were based off of different countries and cultures from all around the world. That's what I'm really passionate about and what I've had a lot of fun with. So I've made meads from just about every major country in the world. I have done some India. I think I did. I want to say it was green cardamom mead, um, but I have not. I have not touched religion, probably for obvious reasons, because I don't. I don't want to look like a moron. Mostly, I also don't want to insult people. I am incredibly passionate about learning. Actually, a really short story. What really got me involved in that was I became incredibly obsessed with Norse mythology and the Scandinavian culture in general, and was turned on to mead that way, obviously. And then the further I dug into it, I was like, I don't know how to admit this because like it's a little embarrassing, but the Vikings like weren't anywhere close to being the first people that did mead, not by a long shot. And now it's become even more of a long shot because we've learned so much more about the archaeology behind mead making. But that triggered in my brain what I'm really passionate about, which is, oh my God, it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. Your ancestors drank mead. Somewhere down your lineage, your ancestors drank mead. There's no avoiding it. It's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world. It's been around longer than wine, longer than beer. Somewhere down the line, someone in your family drank mead. And I think that's awesome. So, but yeah, doing other gods is not off my list. But it will be in the far future if I do it. And that's contingent on if some of the other categories do well. If the Norse gods and gods does really well and there's a demand to do gods around the world, I could definitely see myself doing that. I would have an amazing time doing it. I don't think I've done Puerto Rico, now that you mention it, but Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Um, right? I don't know. It hasn't been recent. I don't think I've done a Puerto Rico mead though. I have had some. What was it? I think it was rum. It's part of the United States. It's part of the United States. I have a great friend actually. She's from Puerto Rico, and obviously is heavily involved in the culture still. She still has family there and goes back there often, once or twice a year. Um, and we always battle, right? Because my lineage is Norwegian for the most part, and we have this little battle where we say each other's foods is disgusting. I say Puerto Rican food is gross, and she'll say Norwegian food is gross. And then uh, I said, you know what? I think we're both right. And you know why? You know what the definitive like evidence is? You don't ever see a Puerto Rican restaurant. You don't, unless you're like in a Puerto Rican like culture area. You don't. There's no Puerto Rican or Norwegian like chain restaurants anywhere for a reason. It's because Americans don't like the food. I've done Philippines. I've done. I think that's the only one out of those. That was a really long time ago, though. Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to start making lists, I'm leaving that category behind. I'm not doing that category anymore. I've got literally one left. So this coming Saturday is the Father's Day mead, the most manly mead you've ever seen. And then the Saturday after that's Norway. And then it's it. I'm wrapping that category up. Well, that's not true. The United States is after that, but that's it. You guys are too late to make that list. You got to get on the new list. Until I'm 80. Well, if Scott can make mead when he's 80, I feel like I can when I get to his age. His own honey. Oh, and it's not on the menu. That's like the secret menu. Most manly mead. I'm putting my name behind that. Stamp certified. The hobby is so fun because it's for two reasons for me. One, it's incredibly ancient. You cannot explore the history of mead without learning so much about people from all around the world, people that are different than you. It's one thing that centralizes and brings things in common. But secondly, and the most modern thing, is this community. This community of mead makers, that's especially here on TikTok, is incredible. I have made real world friends here, people that I call and text in real time. It's been life changing. It's been absolutely life changing to share what I'm really passionate about with other people that are also passionate about it. It's also an art form. So maybe I have three reasons. Everybody that I know does it very differently. If you go to some of the other big social platforms, you'll see that people judge you for doing it your way. But here, it's not like that. It's like, oh, wow, you do it. I'd like to try your way one time. And all of us evolve and adapt and find a way that fits us best. So it's like, it's something we all share. It's all of our ancestors shared it. All of us now share it. We're all friends. All friends. Well, I do judge. I'm not saying I don't judge people. I poke. I poke. So, what's what Rogue is referencing? Sometimes I'm on Scott's live, and he goes live every Tuesday. He has a floor corker, which I said, doesn't require any muscle. I have just the standard double lever corker, which requires muscle. You need muscle for that. That's all I said. I implied Scott doesn't have enough muscle. Do you prefer apple or apple pie? Apple pie by a long shot. And I would say that there's not really a good definition behind those two, for me at least. So apples are like about the only fruit that I've found that do not translate very well. If you're making mead and you throw a bunch of sliced apples into it, the flavor will not translate very well. You'd have to back sweeten it, and you'd have to use a lot of apples, in my opinion. If you use apple juice, problem solved. You can make an amazing mead using apple juice. As is, you replace the water with apple juice. Just make sure it's pure apple juice. The defining difference between that and an apple pie mead, in my opinion, would be some spices like cinnamon or nutmeg, something like that, that kind of gives it that pie taste. And if that's the case, one of my favorites of all time, is this one right here. This is batch 38. This is really old. This is apple juice, 1 gallon apple juice, 3 pounds honey, 2.5 grams of yeast, 2 grams of yeast nutrient, and 3 cinnamon sticks. All in the primary, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Can't go wrong with it. But I know some creators out there that I don't think are here right now. At least I haven't seen them join. That are currently making some stuff with some additional spices to it too. And I'm very anxious to see how that turns out. I can't wait. It should be amazing though. So, no, that is a bochet mead. That's where you actually caramelize the honey and boil it. You know what? That would be amazing. Have I done that? I don't know if I've done that. I don't think I've done that. I did do that one. Where I boiled it and then used apple juice. That's what happens when you make a lot of meads. That is my number one flaw. I make 1 gallon batches. I try them, I love them, or I hate them, and then I move on to the next batch. Yeah, not a bochet. I've done a bunch of bocets. Yeah, and then the man of the hour here does a bochet live. That takes some balls, because it's not an easy process. I mean, it is easy. You just burn yourself a lot. I don't think I've ever added juice though instead. I'm trying to think. I might have. I don't remember. Experiment. Yeah, I mean, if you're posting any videos or anything here on TikTok, and this goes to everybody, use the hashtag United by Mead. We've been using it just over a month now or so. And it's a great way for us to highlight people in this community, because stuff gets lost fast. I have people that I had somebody last week that like sent me a direct message like, dude, where have you been? Like, I just saw your video, and I'm like, I've put out a brand new mead every Saturday, and it's just TikTok doesn't put me on the For You page, so like I become a memory. So if you use that hashtag, we can also search that hashtag and pull up all the videos that have been posted in one spot. That way, like I use it to keep track of who's posting like new stuff, because I know how many videos have been posted. Excuse me. So it's a great way to really highlight what you're doing in our community. I don't put it up on all of my videos, not by a long shot. I do try to do it on all my Saturday meads, but I don't want to flood that thing. Dennis has been putting up a lot of stuff there too. So, sorry, I had to get that out. And all my like filler content. I still haven't decided. Like I'm about a month away from the schedule changing a little bit more, and I still don't know like what to do with this account at all. Like I have meads planned out through the tail end of the year. But I don't know what to do the other 6 days of the week. Sundays are pretty easy. I just put up a video like, hey, did you watch everything last week? But I was putting a tremendous amount of personal time into the videos, you know, up until a few months ago. And nobody really liked it. So I don't think so. Like you can save videos and repost them if you have that feature turned on. And I know you can edit some things, but it's very limited. I want to say it's like you can like add in mentions, like where you can tag somebody else in it. I don't know if you can edit descriptions or not. I'm trying to think. I don't think you can. And if you delete a video, all of the likes that video and views got is also deleted with it. So I learned that the hard way with like one of my first pin posts. that did really well, but it was just stale, so I got rid of it, and I was like, wait a minute, why did my likes drop so much? Which, speaking of that, if you haven't seen it, I put up a new pin post the other day. My top 10 favorite meads. I just put it up on Thursday. And it's, it's a very simplistic video. It took me an incredible amount of time to edit it, though. I don't know why. I wanted it to be really good. So I played around with features for a long time. I was using half TikTok, half CapCut. I even tried some of the YouTube, like, editing stuff, which I know nothing about, so... And I plan on doing that like every 6 months or so. 2-gallon fermenting bucket. Sorry I missed you. I know Scott already answered. Yeah, so I buy almost all my stuff on Amazon. Obviously, buckets you don't buy very often because you can reuse them forever. I will give you a couple hints, though. They're from Ohio Homebrew is the company that makes the most common bucket out there. You can also buy those on Amazon. Check both spots. Check their website and Amazon. Sometimes there are deals on one or the other. I do that across like everything because especially honey. I buy from Desert Creek in Texas, and they also sell on Amazon, but one of them is always more expensive. So check both places for buckets too. I will also tell you the only thing that's ever going to go wrong with your bucket, as long as you care for it, is the lid itself can get warped, especially if you don't have it flat. If you wash it and you like don't have it flat, or like if you lean it up, it can warp. It is cheaper just to buy a new damn bucket with the lid on it than it is to try to find those lids. The fermenting lids are just incredibly difficult to find. So, good luck. Same thing with, what was the other thing? I was having a lot of trouble finding, and I finally gave up, and I was just like, screw it. Oh, it was the grommets that go in the lids. Like, it's cheaper just to, and far less hassle to just buy new airlocks that come with the grommets. I don't know why. But yeah, jump in the Discord. Scott has an amazing equipment list there. All that stuff is linked directly to Amazon. Nobody makes any money off of that. That's just for convenience and stuff that we have. But definitely shop around. When you see something on there, check especially if they're one of the bigger ones like the Ohio Homebrew, North Mountain, which does a lot of supplies too. North Mountain's brewery supply is another great place to look for equipment. And... I feel like there was a third big one. Ace Hardware. Yeah, that's... if you're handy, you can make your own lids. It's just literally a hole in a bucket lid with a grommet into it. It's probably a lot cheaper if you're handy. If you're a handy person. Hello, if you're just jumping in, welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Yeah, you mentioned that last night. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Find somebody local like that, too. Yeah. I have, I don't think I have them close to me, but like, I ordered like a pack of the 12 airlocks, and it came with like 30 grommets. I don't know if they like made a mistake, but I got a boatload of grommets with it. So I was like, cool, that's perfect. I don't replace them very often. As a matter of fact, I would say I replace airlocks more often than I do grommets, but it never hurts. It never hurts. I have had some like stretch out where like you put an airlock in it and it sinks all the way to like to the bottom of the airlock. And I'm like, I don't think that grommet's good anymore. And airlocks are incredibly cheap when it comes to all the other equipment, and they last a really long time. I've had a couple that kind of got like faded on the inside. I don't know how else to explain it. They just because it's plastic and I've washed it a trillion times. And then like if you want to go this route, a lot of people use these. They're incredibly cheap. You can use these and just throw them away when they get gross. Buy new ones. I hate these though. I will not use these. I literally got this, like, I think with a bucket set. So I keep it close so I can use it as an example when people are mentioning it. But these drive me crazy. Incredibly difficult to clean. And I'm never comfortable with them sanitized either. Never comfortable. Yeah. Everybody has preferences. Homebrew City, the big account here, and good friend of ours, uses this as a microphone on his videos, which I think is hysterical. Probably because that's the only good use for those things. If he was here, though, he'd be arguing with me, I'm sure. Any tricks for dulling the hot alcohol taste if the yeast were low nutrients? Yeah, back sweeten. I'm calculating if like low nutrients would affect the alcohol content of the yeast, because I don't think it would. It would speed it up or slow it down, but the yeast is going to produce alcohol until it hits its tolerance. So I don't think. What would you suggest a back sweeten? Honey, I think is the most common thing. But if you're making some kind of like fruit mead, you can add in more fruits. You can use anything that's sweet. You're going to have an explosion. When I say explosion, I mean it'll like pop the top off your bucket. There's a document in the Discord. Yeah. I should be back at 100% now. I think YouTube's even working again. Not that anybody's been there. I think there's been 2 people on YouTube. Where's the Discord? Scott, who's right there, has a link directly in his profile. He's the creator of the Discord and an amazing human being. There's also a link in my profile. If you go up to the very top of my profile, I have a link tree. It's the very top link under that link tree. I just got a notification that I lost Wi-Fi again, but nothing lost Wi-Fi that I can see. Oh, whatever. Until you guys complain, I'm going to assume everything's working. Welcome to the Old Guys community. If you just jumped in, sorry about that. I had a little power outage. I make mead every single week. Every single Saturday, I come out with a brand new batch of mead. I show you exactly how I do it from beginning to end. And I do that for free for you. So you can learn how to make this yourself. I have never missed a Saturday, and I've never replicated the same recipe twice. Batch 119 came out yesterday. Your cherry blossom mead inspired by Japan. Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's pretty delicious too. And it smells amazing. Batch 120 comes out this coming Saturday, 6 days from now. It is going to be the most manly mead you have ever seen. Ever. For Father's Day. So come back this Saturday. I'll show you a really manly mead. It's going to be awesome, I hope. We'll see. I was doing a little bit of background work on that yesterday, and it got me incredibly excited about it. If you don't know what I do, like I said, I make mead every single Saturday. My whole schedule is switching up in July, though. I'm still going to make a mead every Saturday, but all the categories are switching. And I'm really trying to hone in on what you guys want to see, so I can't wait to show you what I have in store. I'm incredibly excited about it. That is just 5 weeks away. I only have 5 more batches for you guys under this current schedule. So next week is your manly mead, your Father's Day mead. I can't wait to show you, like I said. The week after that, going back to my countries and cultures mead category, and I'm going to show you my Norway-inspired mead. That's going to be pretty good and very simplistic. Very simplistic. Um, and then we only have 3 weeks left. So I'm kicking off my 3 weeks in a row of coming back to the homeland, the United States of America. I'm going to show you a color, the last color category, um, inspired by the United States. I'm going to show you my 4th of July mead, and then I'm going to wrap everything up in this season's countries and culture mead, showing you my United States inspired mead. It's a good summer mead. It's a good homage to being outdoors, and those are the only clues I'm giving you. It's a good homage to just shut down that category and move on. So I can't wait. I can't wait to show you. It's going to be cool. And then my new categories are kicking off, which I'm incredibly excited about. My holiday meads will continue, but they're taking off August. I will show you 2 really awesome ones in September, though, and then one of those I'm really excited about. And then the other 3 categories are going to be the first 13 colonies. I'm going to make 1 mead per the first 13 United States, and that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Kicking that off with Virginia in July. Should be interesting. And then the Norse gods and goddesses, I'm going to make a mead for individual Norse gods and goddesses worthy, I hope, worthy of their attention. I'm kicking that off with the goddess Freya in September. And then lastly, my pop culture series. I'm going to kick off with Skyrim, and then I ran out of ideas. I have a pin post, though. If you have anything that's inspired you with video games, movies, TV shows, bands, songs, whatever, put a suggestion up in that pin post in the comments. If I choose your suggestion, I will make a mead, tag you across the process, and I will ship you a bottle of it for free on me as soon as it's complete, to say thank you for your amazing contribution. And yeah, so if you want a bottle of free mead, that's how you can do it. I have some really cool ones in the works. The first couple, I mean, are going to be amazing, I think. And they're great experiments. I think it's the 3rd one that I've worked on in that category, though. Is from my childhood. That's all I'm going to say. Somebody suggested it, and I jumped on it, and I'm so excited to do it. Well, thank you for the rose. Check me out, surf. Are you speaking in complete sentences? And I'm never too busy for anybody. But I don't think you're speaking in complete sentences. That was fun, though. What else I got? Every Wednesday I go live to show you different steps of the mead making process. That's separate from all of my Saturday videos. This week we'll be bottling lemon blueberry mead. So that should be a lot of fun. So that should be a lot of fun. I'll be bottling mead live. Sometimes it goes really well. I'm really excited to taste that one, though. I can't wait. It should be fun. That's this Wednesday. Before that, though, Scott should be live Tuesday, hopefully. I stopped as soon as I said the first part of that sentence. I was like, he's a busy man. I don't want to speak for him, but... Scott will be live, and thank you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what was going on there, but thank you for that. But yeah, Scott will be live Tuesday. That is always an amazing time. He's a master mead maker and a good friend, so jump in his lives. It should be fun. Do you have anything cool scheduled for this Tuesday? Goodness gracious. it'll be the last Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'll be bottling mead while Scott's typing his answers. And then the week after that, I'm going to be making a mead that is undetermined yet. Mead chat. That's awesome. I appreciate the rose. Thank you. The mead chats are always fun because those are the ones you can go. You can ask tons of questions to a master mead maker, and have a cocktail. You can have a cocktail while you watch. Make sure that you're in your pajamas already and you're settled. He typically goes live about 8:30 every Tuesday. Eastern Standard Time. No meeting and driving ever. Ever, ever, ever. Be responsible. Whether you know it or not, there's people that look up to you. Don't be a bad example. No meeting and driving. Rogue, I'm about to hire you to just run the t-shirt business. Always some amazing ideas. Hello, welcome. If you're just jumping in, you have me for a couple more minutes. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. I make mead every single week, every single Saturday. Come out with a brand new batch of mead. I've never missed a Saturday. I've never replicated the same recipe twice. Batch 120 comes out this Saturday. On either of our ends. On either of our ends. I do need to put some work into t-shirts, though. I don't do that very often. I wouldn't say it's forgotten. I have an Etsy shop. If you want some awesome mead t-shirts, you can go buy some. There's a link up in my link tree. There's also mead journals. If you really like making mead and you want to pass it down to your kin or somebody else that you love, you can buy a mead journal. It's on Amazon. Fill out every recipe that you do and then pass this down to somebody you love. My thought is you're going to fill out a lot of cool meads in here. Some of them, are inspired by me, I hope. But if not, your best recipes, which are probably better than mine anyway, let's be honest. And then you die. That's my hopes. That you fill some awesome recipes out and then you die. And then your grandkids are like, oh, let's go through Grandpa's attic. Remember that guy? And they blow the dust off of it and they go, oh, Grandpa made mead, and then they're gonna, make it too. How awesome would that be? And then you could smile down from Valhalla or wherever you happen to end up. I think that's pretty cool. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Yeah. It's the only way to be awesome to your grandkids. I should put that in the description of the book. If you want your grandkids to love you, you have to buy one of these journals. For special occasions, I would say that, what kind of mead do you like for special occasions? I would say, and good morning. That largely has to do with what the occasion is, I think. I talk very frequently, when I'm reviewing a mead, and it's usually very brief, but I mention it, I try to, of what I picture myself doing. Often, especially with some of the teas or the citruses, any of those, I imagine myself sitting outside, sipping it, watching the kids play ball or whatever. My Father's Day mead comes out this Saturday. It's going to be perfect for Father's Day. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it, too. So you can make it for next Father's Day or any other manly event you want. If you're going I'm going to have I'm wearing a tie, even if it's a bow tie, I would go with in my case, the Noir grape mead that I made was amazing, and it's like a really dark red. It's a little bit thicker. You could have that like with your fancy, surf and turf. So it depends on the occasion. If you have a special occasion in mind, let me know. I would suggest a mead for it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. If you're just jumping in, I'm about to say goodbye. It's about 8 o'clock here, Eastern Standard Time. We've been here for quite a while. Let's see. The schedule this week. Wifey just found 20 pounds of local honey. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's time to make some mead. You can make a lot of mead out of that. A lot of mead. Schedule this week. So shortly I'll put out just a little recap video. If you missed it, Cherry Blossom Mead came out yesterday, inspired by Japan. It's really beautiful. Look at it. Incredibly easy to make. Go back and watch that video. Comment on it. If you haven't commented on it already, comment on it. Comment on it again if you already commented on it. I think that helps the algorithm. But if you haven't watched it at all, please go watch it. It's color-coded yellow. Came out yesterday. This coming Saturday is your manly inspired mead for Father's Day. I'm keeping it hush-hush. You're going to love it, though. It's going to be cool. And the Saturday after that's Norway, my Norway-inspired mead. So lots of cool meads coming your way. Brand new mead every single Saturday. Never replicated the same recipe twice. Batch 120 is your Father's Day mead. That's 120 different recipes. So join the Discord. Scott made an amazing Discord. He's in the comments below. There's also there's a link in his profile. There's also a link up in my link tree. It's the very top thing on there. It's a great place to go. It's a plethora of meat information. Go ask questions, answer questions. You can shop around for equipment. You can look at the yeast chart. You can just share your ideas, recipes. Buy commercial meats from all over the United States. Get shipped straight to your house. Everything that you need there is there. So go there. And lastly, if you're close to Michigan or you want to travel, September 7th and 8th is their Renaissance Festival and our first official mead meet. Can you call it first annual? It's not annual yet, but you can call it first annual if you want. Where we're going to go, and we're still planning stuff, but I'm pretty sure Scott's going to drink some pizza mead, and we're going to laugh at him live, probably. If not, we'll make videos of it. So stay tuned. There's just crazy amount of awesome stuff coming your way. I am not in Michigan. I'm going to travel there, though. Scott's from Michigan. That's going to be gross. And I think that's all I got. Join Scott. He'll be live Tuesday. An amazing mead maker and great friend for his mead chat. We're going to learn lots about mead, I'm sure. I have never, ever, ever had a conversation with Scott where I haven't learned something. So, and that's true. He's an amazing human being. And I think that's all I have. I'll see you guys all real soon. I'll be back Wednesday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bottling some mead live. Dennis, you missed it. I'm shutting things down. But good morning. I'll probably be alive before that, like I said, with my schedule changing a little bit. I'm going live spontaneous where I can to kind of just feel the algorithm out. I can tell you right now, Saturday afternoons, it's not worth it. Don't go live Saturday afternoons. But yeah, have an amazing day. I can't wait to talk to you guys again. Shoot me a direct message if you need anything at all. I answer 100% of them. And I'll see you guys all real soon. Have an amazing day. Go out of your way and make a stranger smile today. We have to start making the world a better place. And your ancestors drank mead, so it's our responsibility to do so. Skull!